All right, so we are on day 2 of the Profitable Experts Signature System workshop, and we covered quite a lot. Yesterday was all about the introduction to the actual program. We talked a little bit about how you can generate your big business idea, but I just want to kind of set you up and just do an invitation really for those of you who are with us live today. Please drop it in the comments, let us know where you are watching from. So I've got a few things here to do tonight. Let us know which part of the world, which part of the country are you tuning in from. So I would love for you to let me know that. All right, so yesterday was all about generating your big business idea, and I would love to know what you came up with if you were here on the live, and even if you hadn't and you maybe watched the replay. What did you come up with as your big business idea that solves a high value problem? Drop that in the comments so I can have a look at that. And we've got Anna from Warsaw. Lovely to have you, Anna. And let us know what it is that you are thinking of. If you've not done it already, what are you thinking of creating as your big business asset? So that's really kind of what we're talking about when we talk about your big business idea. It's the big asset that serves as the foundational piece of your coaching or perhaps your consulting business, or if you are in any other type of service-based business, it's the process. It's the step-by-step process you take your clients through so that they have a fantastic experience of working with you, or they have a fantastic experience of engaging in your service. Okay, so that's kind of what we are talking about today. The 4 main headings, or the 4 main big picture areas whereby you want to be creating your business into. So these are the areas whereby you will be delivering your services under. So if you are not currently serving in one of these categories, then you might want to reconsider what it is that you are selling, what it is that you are offering your clients. Okay, so the first area, of course, is health. And remember, these are the biggest boulders. So under health can come so many different things. It can become nutrition, it can become weight loss. Under health can also physical health, emotional health. It can become well-being. It can be how you remove stress, how you help people with their mindset, and so many different things. Under relationships, we taught you yesterday about the different types of things that come under the subset of relationships. Now, these could be building strong relationships in a work setting, dealing and managing with conflict. This could be dealing with personal and interpersonal relationships. This could be dealing with relationships that are intimate relationships as well. So anything under the umbrella of relationships, if you are coaching or if you're consulting in that space, then of course it is a high value problem that you are solving. And that's the purpose of this particular slide, is to note to you that it's a high value problem areas. Okay. Then of course anything that helps people to either create wealth or to save them money. So on those 2 elements there. So again, you might be helping someone to, say, build their confidence. And although it might not necessarily say confidence, if that links to them getting a job that's going to increase their wealth, then it consists of being linked to wealth. Make sense? You might be helping someone to improve the way that they communicate. Again, that might come under relationships, but if they can't communicate in a meeting, or if they can't communicate their needs, their wants and desires, then it's going to affect them in one or more of those specific areas. Does that make sense to everybody? If you can give me a yes, Nettie, then that would be great. Then the final part is, of course, if you're helping people to become more productive and help them to either save time. So if you can help people with their time management, their productivity, then of course that's also going to be beneficial. And the other thing I want to kind of touch on here is spirituality and faith, because of course, spirituality and faith, you might be thinking, well, where does that sit? Or where does, things like helping people to overcome trauma and abuse and all of those things, that sits under health. That sits under relationships. All right, so that's kind of where those kinds of subjects will sit as well. So if you know exactly what your high value problem solving area is, I want you to just drop that in the comments for me right now. Okay, so we've got people saying that makes sense. That's fantastic. All right, so today, beautiful people, it's all about including your unique recipe. So that's what we are talking about today. Okay, and I'm just checking in the comments. So really, what do we mean by including your unique recipe? Now, as you can see here, this is a signature system. This is an expert signature system, and this is my system that I'm walking you through this very week. Okay, so for the next 5 days, I'm going to be sharing 5 elements from my expert signature system, which is called the Profitable Expert Signature System. Okay, so with yourselves, you're going to be using my solution for creating your own solution over at least one step of your solution over these next 5 days. So today it's really all about digging that little bit much deeper and refining your idea, refining your step-by-step process into your idea into a step-by-step process that makes it easy for your clients and your customers to implement. So you're going to be including your secret recipe. Does that make sense, guys? But before we kind of jump into that, I just want to share 2 mindsets with you. And the first mindset around, creating an expert signature system is this: you're going to be creating order out of chaos. Because how many of you right now, or should I say a lot of people, when they come to me, they lay down what it is that they think that they want, and they say, you know what, Nettie, I have got all of this stuff, I can do XYZ, I've got so much information, so much knowledge and so much skill, but I just don't know where to start. So this mindset, when you create an expert signature system, it's going to help you to create order out of that creative chaos that's going on in and around you or inside of your head at the moment, which is a real game changer once you know how. The second mindset is that once you create an expert signature system, you're going to be able to springboard one idea into multiple new offers. And this is really powerful. And I'll let you know why. Because once you learn how to create one, you're then going to be able to learn how to create multiple systems for the things that you do. So as the example that I gave you just now, what I'm teaching you and showing you this week is just one element of my bigger framework. And I'll share that with you and some other frameworks just a little bit later in a few slides down, okay? So let's just tuck into what that really means. So what you're doing in terms of including your secret ingredients or your recipe is I want you to think about this as the step-by-step process. If you're a baker or if you're someone, that likes to make cakes or dinners, you kind of need to think about the step-by-step process to get that end result of that cake, right? So hence why the analogy of a recipe. So you wouldn't necessarily start by putting, the sugar in the bowl. You wouldn't start necessarily by adding the flour, but the first step in your particular process might be that you turn on the oven, okay? So if you think about reading instructions on a cake mix pack or something like that, think about the process of what you would do to walk your clients through so that they get that end result of, in my case, in the example of baking a cake. In my other case of helping people to launch and leverage a profitable, coaching or consulting business. In your case, it might be that you help someone and walk them through the cycle of grief so that they can start to relive their life, move on from their past. In other cases, it might be that you might help someone who has maybe a house that needs decluttering. What is the first step that you would take them through in order to help them to get towards that outcome of a tidy house? You might be helping someone to move forward in their relationship with God. So what is the first step that they need to do in order to build that intimate relationship? What do? Do you teach them how to pray? Do you teach them how to worship? What are the first steps that you take your clients through?